All right. So I needed to make this video because when I say I'm tired, I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. I am exhausted. I'm tired of the amount of men that exist on this earth that allows negative energy, negative entities to control them. I'm so tired of the women versus men debate that's been going on when really there's nothing to debate. I'm so tired. Like, listen, I'm tired. Like, it's to the point where like it make you feel like you mean to tell me that I'm not gonna be able to obtain a healthy relationship, that if I want a relationship I have to settle for a narcissist, I have to settle for master manipulators, because that's what narcissists are. You mean to tell me that the relationship I'm looking for and I'm waiting for is maybe non-existent? I'm starting to think it may be non-existent. Like, I'm wondering that if the people that are in relationships, because they don't want to be alone, that they are choosing to stay with a person that they know don't love and can't love. I'm starting to really wonder, is there any relationships that really are based off genuine love? Because there's no way that you're going to tell me I'll just keep meeting the wrong one. There's no way. There's no way. When I was younger, at the end of the day, I was younger and whatever, everything was about sex and whatever. But I'm older now. I'm 31. And for me to be in a relationship just for sex, or just because of lust, or because of history, or because I think I'm in love with somebody, because I'm sprung, that's not me no more. So it's like okay. So I had to make this video because Tommy ain't got no job. Yeah, that was in Martin. But if you look at it right now, look at today, a lot of Tommies don't got no job. A lot of Tommies don't have their own. A lot of Tommies is in relationships to have somewhere to stay. A lot of Tommies are in relationships to have somewhere to eat. A lot of Tommies are in relationship to destroy. Kill, steal, and destroy. Like, that's a scary thing, that there may not be love in the relationship between two people because it's not based off that. I'm really starting to wonder. I'm really starting to wonder. Because just because someone's smiling or someone look like they have the best relationship, baby, we don't never know what go on behind closed door. He could be cheating on her, beating on her, verbally abusing her. But because everybody sees it as if, you know, everybody's smiling and taking beautiful pictures together, that, oh, I wish I had a man that loved me like that. Or they putting on these videos and facades that they just the best man. Like, ever since I've been able to see through the illusion, when I say nothing slide past me, nothing slides past me. So let me just tell y'all, okay, it's not funny, but I laugh because at the end of the day, Like, I'm not that vulnerable person where I just wanted to believe somebody, but even though something inside of me told me that it was a lie, and then I still decided to go against how I felt because I wanted this person to be telling the truth, even though something keep telling me it was a lie. I'm not that person no more. I'm not that person no more. Like, I'm stronger and I'm wiser. And I don't just sit there and try to figure it out no more and stay. I don't care if it was 30 seconds we were talking. Once I find out that you a lie, you're a fraud, I'm cutting you off. So, like, boom, I meet this little guy. He say 26. For all this point, at this point, I don't know how old he is. Probably 21, 22, who cares, who knows. But I meet this little dude, whatever. I'm doing, like, Uber and stuff. And, you know, he get my number, whatever. Like, oh, you come back and get us, you know. I'm like, okay, yeah, cool. So then he hit me up, you know, oh, did you make it home safe? Now, I'm like, okay, yeah, I made it home safe, boom, boom. So we talking, we keeping in contact every day. I probably don't went to his house and chilled around about 3 times, whatever. We just chilling, vibing. We ain't had sex or nothing. But the crazy part to me is I asked him, yo, what you do for a living? Do you know that this it's not funny, but it's sad, but it's funny, but it's not. Do you know that this man sat there and wrote this whole paragraph and said, oh, I own 2 businesses that I'm building from the ground up. I work here, da 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 da. Acting like he got all these great things going on for himself, right? So I'm all like, oh, you lit. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't never find men really that's out here, you know, on their P's and Q's, whatever. So I'm like, you know, if you're trying to open a business, whatever, you're gonna need partners that's with you, blah blah. Like, I'm with you if you want me to be. Like, we can talk about it. So boom. Now the thing is, you don't know a person or what's really going on until you spend time with a person. You know what I'm saying? So first day was cool, second day was cool. But the third day, which was yesterday, the 13th, things got weird. Now let me say that. So he asked me the night before, like, oh, can you take me to take my kids gifts? I'm like, nah, because I gotta go to work. But then I'm like, okay, cool, I'll do it before I go to work. So I ended up calling him back this morning. Calling him back that morning, yesterday morning, to say, you know, you still need a ride? I got you. Boom. Get there to pick the dude up. He waiting. He taking 45 minutes just to come outside. Acting like he was sitting here getting all his stuff together and this was taking that long. See, what they don't be knowing is, like, the truth gonna always come out. And it ain't gotta be from them admitting it. The truth gonna come out because it's gonna be revealed in my spirit. So boom. I'm like, this nigga think I'm done. He must have been in there talking to a female or something. Even though I ain't seen around no females in 3 days, I don't mean nothing. I ain't been around you enough to know what's really going on as far as any females, whatever. So boom, he goes to the school and they're taking like 30 minutes. Now mind you, you already know I gotta go to work. So I'm like, okay, boom. So he next stop he goes to was supposed to be, it was at a hotel, supposed to be his aunt's room, right? So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. Because I asked him, I said, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, you must be here with your BM so you can bring your kid there. Cause I'm like, how you going to a hotel, whatever? I said, only reason why you be going to a hotel is if, you know, your kid was there or baby mom was there. He was like, oh, no, I want to go see my aunt. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So the nigga, the nigga asked could he hold my car to take care of what he got to do. He gonna put gas in the blah, blah, right? So I was like, I don't know about that because if my car get taken, I'm gonna be the one that gotta get it out. So he like, oh, I promise you I ain't gonna get pulled over. Boom, 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 boom. So I'm like, yeah, no, I just can't do it because I don't trust it. Boom. So I get home. I like, okay. I'm like, maybe I'll give you a little chance or whatever and see. Even though I ain't even know you like that. But he all kicking, fake kicking, and like, oh, you know, So I'm like, boom. All right, I'll let you hold the car, whatever. You gotta come get it. So boom. Before he even when he was on his way to come get the car, bro, when I say, listen, when I tell you that the anxiety, the funny feeling in my stomach, like everything that was just happening to my body was unignorable. Like, something told me, do not get this man your car. Now, mind you, I don't know. Like, I ain't know, like, I don't know. I just didn't trust that. It wasn't even really about no female at that point. I just was like, I wasn't trusting it. He just seemed like he'll probably be doing some BS or whatever in my car. Like, that's just how he made me feel. Like, I was like, nah, son, I just, So when he came to get the car, let me tell you something. When he came to get the car, I'm like, yeah, so I just can't, I just don't feel comfortable doing it, whatever. I just ride with you and take you wherever you gotta go. So his whole demeanor switched up, like, oh, well, in that case, never mind then, because my baby mom, she gonna wild out, and I don't need that. Anytime I bring a female with me, she get crazy, blah, blah. I said, what you mean? But y'all not together. I said, okay, so why you can't just ask? I'm like, so why you can't just ask her, can you get your daughter over? Oh, they not gonna let me. Everything was always an excuse. I'm like, okay, that made no sense. Now, his daughter supposedly was in another town, 20 minutes away. But I'm like, okay. So I'm like, yeah, so the nigga started moving weird, whatever. He moving weird, but I'm telling you, like, the way my body was feeling, like, I just knew, like, something it just wasn't adding up. Even though, for what I know, you supposed to be getting these cars and stuff for your kids, whatever, boom, boom. But when you start acting weird, talking about, oh, you don't want me to go with you by yourself. I said, okay, so why don't you just let me drop you off? Oh, because I'm not trying to get dropped off. I'll get into it with them and be fighting. But I'm just mad, dumb junk. I mean, he's saying every answer in the book to sound convincing. So I'm like, yeah, but whatever you just saying to me don't make no sense. And it ain't enough for me to just, I'm not about to let you in my car with her. So boom, he still try to act cool, whatever. Man, listen, we go to Walmart. Now I'm sitting out there probably about 30, 40 minutes waiting for this nigga. I'm like, yo, what is he doing? So, now I've been waiting for you all day. Like, every time you went somewhere, you were taking mad long. It didn't make no sense. So I'm like, it don't take that long to do what you know you came to do and keep it pushing. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, this nigga pissing me off. Now something told me to look inside the bag, the gift bag that he had in my back seat. So I'm like, now mind you, he already had bags before that, the night before. Ain't nothing told me to look in that one. But this particular one, someone told me to look at it. So I look in there. Yo, people be thinking somebody's so dumb. So I look in the bag, whatever. It got like these little lingerie sheer pieces. And then they got a card with his kids' cards. And then the card that say, oh, to the woman I love, whatever. So hold on. I'm like, what? I said, so this nigga really trying to like play me out, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I walk into Walmart like, yo, I give him the bag like, yo, get wherever you need to get to make sure you get this card to the woman you love, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I walked away, he calling my phone. Yo, this nigga arguing with me, and he making up these stories talking about the suit. He didn't make no sense. He said the outfit belonged to his aunt. Well, he got the outfit from his aunt, and he just put it in the bag with the other stuff. It just was in the bag. I said, okay, but you been home. If it wasn't for whatever you saying, then why you gonna take the take the outfit out the bag, whatever. He like, oh, I want to think about it, whatever. Boom, boom. I said, then he started to say that the card that he had in there, and mind you, he gave me a card too, but he wrote the same exact message on both the cards. But he tried to say like the car in there was supposed to be for some girl that he was messing with, that he ain't messing with. He been had that together, and he just never got rid of it. I said, okay, so why you don't try to throw the car away if you ain't planning on doing nothing with it? He like, oh, nah, because I'm just cheap, and I've been erased it and used that car. Just sounding dumb. I mean, just sounding dumb. I said, first of all, this nigga done got caught red-handed on day 3. So you do deal with somebody. And on top of that, make things the worse, you stealing the gifts. It's not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny, but you stealing the gift. Now, hold up. You just told me you had all this motion going on. All these things going on with you, whatever, like you got bread, whatever, and you stealing the gifts? I'm like, wait a minute. Now, mind you, I ain't tell him that, you know what I'm saying, I know you stole the gifts. I just was telling him, like, yo, you really a liar. Like, the way you lie is crazy. Like, you lying to me Right now, you caught red-headed. I mean, this nigga was trying to stick to his story strong. He like, oh, if you quit talking, da 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 da. This what they love to do, y'all. This what they love to do. He said, oh, if you quit talking, then just because it's not something that you want to hear, I'm telling you the truth, da 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 da. Mind you, I'm like, in my head, all I could think was, yo, this nigga got mental problems. I'm like, this nigga got mental problems because you know you ain't telling me the truth. I know you ain't telling me the truth. But you telling me to accept what you give me and not question what? So I'm like, yeah, like I already knew in my head, like, yeah, it's over with. So, boom. I mean, this nigga still sticking to the story. So we getting into the little debate about, oh, black men and black women, whatever. Oh, the black woman, this, that, or y'all be disrespect the black man, da, 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 da. Let me tell y'all something. What we dealing with is not a human thing. What we're dealing with is very much so spiritual. Because at the end of the day, all their story is the same. All of their tactics is the same. They lie about having this money or having themselves together and stuff. When really, they be homeless and getting however they got to get it with no boundaries as to how they'll get it. Oh yeah, and at the all of that, whatever, we went to up there to a location, and then he got dropped back off at the hotel. Talking about, oh, this is where I'm going because I don't got where to go right now. Nigga, you going there waiting for your girl to get off work, whatever, so she can meet you at the room you supposedly surprise her. I'm not dumb. You didn't throw the card away. Yo, people, like, when they lie, they really be thinking they're gonna get away with it. But they do get away with it to people that can't see through the smoke and mirrors. And, you know, some people catch on quicker, some people take too long to catch on, and that's why they keep getting hurt and over and over again. So, boom, I'm like, okay, cool. So I dropped him off at the hotel, whatever. I already knew, like, it was over. He knew it was over. Like, you got caught. There's nothing you can say about that. Like, you can sit there and argue me up and down, but in reality, you know you got caught. So I'm just like, yo, I'm tired of fighting, but I can't give up because it's definitely a war. But I'm tired of fighting, bro. It's so annoying. And then he went on to say, oh, y'all be wanting to change, nigga. I said, first of all, yeah, we be trying to help change y'all, elevate y'all to the next level. No. Yes, y'all call it nagging, but really, we be saying what we saying and doing what we doing because we know you're not living up to your best potential. Now, if you were a female that just low vibration and, you know, she don't care about no generational wealth or long-term stability and all that, then y'all equally yoked. You know what I'm saying? So it's like y'all really, y'all really expect for us to deal with y'all, treat y'all like kings, treat y'all like husbands, and cater to y'all when everything that we catering to is a lie. If you realize and you pay attention to any when it comes to dealing with them, you realize you just start always taking losses. Always some type of financial loss, always something. Top of that, the nigga never put no gas in my car. I said, oh, he's bugged out. I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired. And the worst part about it be like, this is how you, oh yeah, okay. Boom. So, like, I'm all over the place because I'm trying to make sure I get, you know, like the most important parts out. My thoughts while they just going. So the crazy part is, this is how you realize a narcissist. This is how you spot a narcissist. When they meet you, they make you think that they have all the success for themselves, stability, whatever, going on for themselves, and that they basically try to portray the image that if they dealing with you or if they approaching you is because they want to mess with you for who you are and not for what you could do from that. This is why, let me tell you, this is why they do what they do in the beginning and tell you all this BS and feed your head with a bunch of BS, because that's the only way to kind of like deceive you and make you feel like they there for good reasons, like wanting to build with you or something. But like, this is how you spark a narcissist. They gonna talk about other stuff that they got going on and they don't have nothing going on. And this is how you spot a person that may not be a narcissist or a narcissist and who knows how to fake tell the truth. Now, I had one man, like out of all the dudes I ever talked to and had a conversation with, there was only one dude that ever said, nah, it is a lot of effed up dudes out here, whatever. I'm like, yo, thank you. You the first dude to ever admit that. But guess what, though? He got jobs. He literally, he's a truck driver and he worked at a gun shop. I know for a fact. And he take care of his home, take care of his kids. So, to me, that's how you distinguish between the two. If they got something, oh, let me go back a little bit. Then he like, oh, I gotta work tomorrow 3 to 8. 3 to 8. No, first he said he gotta work 5 to 10. And then he turned around and said, oh, he don't gotta work till 3 to 8 because they close at 9. And then he turned around and said, oh, he don't need to go because they gave him the day off. Looked at, boy, you ain't got no job. You ain't got no job. You lying about having a job? I've always said this. If you got to lie about having a job, that's because you know you ain't got no business not having one. Y'all too grown to be looking for somebody to take care of y'all. Y'all too grown to be looking for somebody to mother y'all. You getting with us and we already established, y'all expect to come in somebody's life from whatever they got built for themselves before they came, before they met you. Y'all expect to just come partake in that. Come in and take. You ain't say like, oh yeah, well, yeah, at least I could build. Because y'all ain't got nothing to offer. Y'all don't got no stability to offer. So in the midst of all of that, when we do decide to help y'all, the whole time you working against us to destroy us. The enemy come to kill, steal, and destroy. And that's always the mission. To kill, steal, and destroy. Time you ain't got no job. Time you ain't got no job. Like, and I'm not going to say that we don't have some narcissists that do have jobs, because we do. It's a mixture of both. So a person, okay, so boom, a narcissist either gonna be coming towards you to gain up off you, or a narcissist is gonna be coming against you to emotionally abuse you if they already call themselves being financially stable, whatever. So it's hard. It's hard because you won't know what's really going on until you be around that person and they mask come off. I'm just glad that I could figure a person out in 1 day or 1 to 3 days. It went from being able to take a week or a month to figure a person out. It don't went down 1 to 3 days. Like, I'm tired, bro. I'm tired. At the end of the day, I know for a fact that if me being in a successful relationship, which everybody else considered to be successful, but deep down inside, I know it's dark. If that's what it takes for me to be with somebody and not be lonely or lay in my bed in my room by myself, then I know for a fact I'm not going to end up being in a relationship. I'm not. Because it's just no way. There's just no way that I choose to be with somebody, lay next to them, marry them, when I'm going to feel lonely and unhappy. There's just no way. To order women that allows this, I'm sorry for you that you have to be that weak, that codependent of not being lonely, that you rather get beat it on, cheated on, abused, and used. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for you because, yeah, I can't say it was easy as I was going through all these lessons and still going through lessons. I can't say that it was easy back in the day to detach as much as it is now. So I do apologize that you have to stay and hopefully gain strength to finally leave, or, you know what I'm saying, stay and just settle. And I'm sorry that that's what you feel like you have to do. You don't have to stay with somebody and be with somebody that does not value you. You don't have to. But because you're scared of lonely, you choose to. Y'all be letting these men tilt y'all crowns. Y'all let these men tilt y'all crowns. And at the end of the day, I'm tired. I can't say that enough in this video. I'm so tired. I'm tired. And then another thing too, it be like when people be having this conversation with you, what really blows me is the fact that the ones that argue you down be the same people that don't be having their life together. How you defended something and you fit the criteria? How you gonna argue me down and say like, oh, not all men like that, you picking the wrong man? How you gonna argue me down, but then you turn the table on them and say, okay, well, what you got going on for yourself? What you got established and stable for yourself? I asked 2 different men, what does it mean to be stable? And they couldn't even tell me the definition. They started saying, oh, I just want a woman that stay with her own emotions. I ain't say nothing about that. I said, what does it mean to be stable? You mean to tell me you don't know the meaning of stable is having your own place, your own income? You mean to tell me you don't know what it means to be stable? And that's sad because they probably don't. Because it's not something that they have ever been. Like, I said, God, I'm tired. I'm tired. And I know with me, I attract them like moths to a light because of my energy. But I'm tired of y'all. Like, y'all don't give up. I mean, when I say y'all don't give up, then I know I'm obviously, I'm on the path that I need to be. And I'm fighting the war that I need to. I'm touching the territories that I need to. Then with flying colors when I need to. I might slip a little bit sometime, but I get right back up. I know for a fact that like y'all don't give up, son. Y'all don't give up. I mean, like, it be back to back, or sometimes it could be weeks apart, month apart, like, and it's like y'all come with a new mask. Like, maybe I can get her with this one. It's like each time you pass, it's like, all right, let me send this one over, make him look like he got, you know, he gonna look good, smell good, look like he got something going on for. So like, it's like try to get more trickier and trickier each time, but you cannot fake energy. They can't tell the truth for nothing. So at the end of the day, you're always gonna be discovered because y'all don't abide in truth. Y'all don't live by truth. Y'all mouth to say one thing, but your actions be different. Baby, I'm not listening to what you say. I'm watching what you do. I'm looking at what you do. I am not watching by what you say. I'm looking at your action. If your actions ain't matching up to your words, then you full of smoke and mirrors. But I just want to tell y'all, man, y'all need to let Tommy that ain't got no job go. And please, man, don't get on my post saying all this type of stuff, talking about what about women, we do it too. Don't come over with that. Don't come over with that. Because at this point, I already know everything y'all gonna do and say and try to rebuttal. When really, y'all need to fix yourself. Y'all need to heal and y'all need to focus and stop wasting your life. Y'all waiting for destruction to either go through jail or through death. Stop wasting your life. Stop being a bum. It's got to be at some point, whether you are considered a lost soul or whatever, it's got to be at some point where you have to acknowledge and say, all right, this ain't getting me nowhere. I keep staying in a repeated cycle. Maybe it is me. Y'all got to get to that point. But the moment that y'all can't take accountability, the moment that you can't tell the truth, is how you stay stuck. Of course, the black woman loves the black man. But the black man don't love the black woman. And it started back in, well, I know, I can't say when exactly it started, but that documentary was in 1980 something, which would be considered your ancestors. This been going on. Back then, when they didn't have much, you had men out here making babies and sleeping with different women and collecting money from different women instead of getting a job, bro. This is a generational curse. It's a generational curse. That's all I had to say, though. Because I'm tired. I'm tired of Tommy. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. If everything that's going to come out your mouth is a lie from even the moment I met you, baby, I'd rather you not. Because just because a lot of times I act like I believe something don't mean I always do. Majority of the times I don't. You know why? Because Most High, God, He ain't going to let me believe no BS. And if I do end up believing some BS, He going to reveal to me and show me the opposite. He knows me. He knows me. He created me. He knows I'm going to walk away once I find out it's not what I'm thinking it is from, like, that they not having sent. Once I know that they not having sent, God know I'm going to leave. That's why He loved me and I love Him. I love Him. I love God for that, because at the end of the day, He don't leave me out here blind. Like that song. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. They don't even sing stuff like that no more. When you say I was blind, but now I see, I was blind to the illusions, but now I see everything. I know this world is going to get better, and I know it's not going to stop. But that ain't going to stop me from speaking truth. That's not going to stop me from helping as many people as I can, even if it was only one person, with the truth. I'm about to get up off this, though. Yeah, have a good night. Time you ain't got no job, I hope you go get one. Because, baby, I work for my bread and butter. Ain't no reason why you should think you should be able to eat up all my slices that I had to work for just because you ain't got no slices for me to eat. You ain't got no slices for me to eat. So it's supposed to be my duty for you to come over here and eat. Nah.